Hey everyone, this is Viren and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create Snapchat ads. So to get started, you will first have to create a Snapchat account and you need to go to this website called forbusiness.snapchat.com. Now, once you're here, you can read all about Snapchat ads and everything they have to offer. You can click on Get Started. And you will first have to sign up to buy Snap ads. So let me just do that. And here you will see a form which you first need to fill. So let me quickly just fill up this form. Once you're done, click on Get Started. And you have entered the Snapchat Ads Manager. You will first have to get started by adding your credit card details. So let me just quickly do that as well. If you want to fill this up later, you can also just dismiss this and go ahead and add your card details later. So I'm just going to dismiss it for now. So this is what the Snapchat Ads Manager looks like. You have a dashboard, there's a creative library, there are custom audiences, and there's a help center. On the top right hand side, you will just see your account details. Whatever campaigns you run, they will appear here. There are the campaigns, ad sets, and all ads. So if you're familiar with Facebook Ads Manager, this looks a lot like Facebook Ads Manager. Except with fewer features, so it'll be much more easier to use if you're a beginner. To get started with a new campaign, all you have to do is click here on New Campaign and the form to start a new campaign opens up. You can decide on whether you want to drive traffic to your website or drive installs to your app, grow just awareness or drive just views. So let me just select get traffic to my website. You have to select a schedule. You can start and run indefinitely, or you can have a start and end date to your ad. Let me just run it indefinitely. The status will be active. You can give your campaign a name. So let me just give it a name, my first Snapchat campaign, and then click on next. The next step is to create an ad set where you first have to select a geography. So the location right now is United States. You can include or exclude certain regions or metros or zip codes. So say, let me just include New York here. So now my ad is going to show to only New York people living in New York in the United States. You can see a rough audience size here, how many people are eligible to view your ad. Let's narrow it down a little more by demographics. So let's select the age group of 21 to 24 or maybe 25 to 34 as well. All genders. The language would be English. Advanced demography, this is where Snapchat gives you a few options to narrow down your target audience. So let me just select small business decision makers. If you have some sort of regulated content which has an age restriction, you can select that here. If you have predefined audiences or custom audiences, audience who have visited your website in particular, this is the place to add it. We'll get into this in another tutorial. Next, you have to select your ad placement. Do you want your ad to be delivered everywhere on Snapchat, or you can decide if you want to run it everywhere except any of these places, or if you want to run it only on publisher stories, our stories and shows, or only on user stories. So for now, let's keep it at all Snapchat. Operating systems, I don't mind Android or iOS, so I'm going to select all, connection type all as well. You can add a daily budget. So my daily budget is $50 right now, and the goal is you can select either from impressions or swipe ups. So let's keep it as swipe ups because I would want more conversion. And now you have to bid on how much you want to spend per swipe. $10 to me is way too expensive. I'm going to keep it at $1. Or let's try to keep it even more low at 50 cents. I would want my ads to start immediately and let the status be active. Finally, give your ad set a name. My first Snap ad set. Click on next. Now finally, it's time to create your ad, create the creative for your ad. So you can here click on new creative. My first Snap ad is the name. Do you want to keep your ad shareable? Yes, of course, I want people to be able to share it. There are 4 types of ads that you can create. A top snap only, which is without any sort of attachment. It just drives views to your content. There's a web view where users can swipe up to see your website. You can drive app installs, or you can display some sort of long video. So for me, let me just select web view for now. This is what the ad looks like. Let's click on next to actually create an ad. You have to add your brand name, which is Viren Baid for me. You can add some sort of catchy headline. My call to action. Let me just select view. And now media file. You can upload creatives if you have already created them. If you haven't, you can create your creative right from here, but I already have one creative, so I'm just going to upload it from here. There you go, my creative is added. Now if I hover over this phone here, you will be able to see the ad. That's the ad I've created. Now when people swipe up, they should be able to visit some website, so I'm just going to add the link to my website. Now Snapchat has something called autofill, which lets you collect information of people who swipe up to your ad so that you can collect leads. I'm going to keep it off for now. And that's about it. We're done creating our first Snapchat ad. You can publish the ad now. Once you've published the creative, you can now click on launch campaign. And the campaign is active now. We have created our first Snapchat campaign. That's about it for this tutorial. I hope this was of use to you. Please go ahead and create your first Snapchat campaign as well. If you have any doubts, any queries, if there's something I've overlooked in this tutorial, please leave a comment and I'll definitely get back to you. Thank you so much for watching.